So the draft is today, Thursday, the day I've decided to upload this video. I'm not recording this video on Thursday, the draft day, but I've decided that today is when I'm going to upload it, so deal with it. I will not be watching the first round of the draft. And the reason why I will not be watching the first round of the draft is because I'm kind of burnt out when it comes to the draft. I think that, when it all comes down to it, I don't have any control over what the Philadelphia Eagles decide to do. Nobody does except the people who make the picks, the people who decide on the picks. And, we've all just been spending the last 4 months talking about what they're going to do, and we don't know what they're going to do. And, if I know Howie Roseman, he doesn't even know what he's going to do. He doesn't even know how to do it. So there's not really any reason that I'm going to worry about this event. I think that they're going to do whatever they're going to do. I'm going to be an adult. I'm going to spend my time with my wife, and I'm going to spend my time with my little baby. And we're going to go to an outdoor restaurant. We're going to have fun. I'm going to leave my phone in the car because I just don't need the negativity. I don't need the sensibility. I don't need to worry about any of that stuff because, being an adult, I have other things that I need to worry about. And, when it comes to football, especially things that I can't control. So I am going to not necessarily make a call-out video. I'm known for, bringing up hypocrisies that people come up with. I'm known for being the gotcha kind of guy. So I don't know if this is a gotcha question or if this is kind of like a hypocrisy burn, but I do have someone who I have a question for. So back in 2013, this person and I, we were both really big on Nick Foles. And we fought a ginormous war against the rest of the Philadelphia Eagles fans back in 2013 because we thought that Nick Foles was better than Michael Vick. We fought against all the victims. Those are people who supported Michael Vick. And we kind of were the victors of that situation. We came out the winners because Michael Vick was gone by the end of that year, and Nick Foles stayed. Nick Foles had a better overall time in Philly than Michael Vick ever had. So, and I mean, the fact that Nick Foles was our only Super Bowl MVP, it's kind of like added sprinkles on the top of that cake, not to toot our own horns. But I remember fighting this epic battle with this guy. This person's Nitro Freak. And Nitro Freak, I totally get it. I totally get the fact that a lot of Eagles fans have a ton of trepidation when it comes to Jalen Hurts being the quarterback. And I understand that trepidation is a really big word. It's not my fault that I was college educated and I have a master's degree. But, if you don't know what the word means, please look it up on Google. It's a very important tool. If you don't like the fact that I use big words, deal with it. So I understand a lot of Eagles fans have trepidation about Jalen Hurts being our quarterback this year. He hasn't done anything to earn that top position, but at the same time, nothing disqualifies him. I mean, sure, we reached for him in the second round. He probably would have been there third, fourth round, but when it all comes down to it, what he was able to do on one of the worst teams last year, the Eagles were the sixth worst team, but I feel like we could have been like the second or first worst team. If we didn't have a team that only won one game and we had a team that only won 2 games. If we didn't have that, the Eagles would 4-11-1. That's one of the worst seasons. He was part of a horrible team. Turnover prone, couldn't tackle, couldn't catch the ball, couldn't throw the ball, couldn't coach, couldn't general manage. So the Eagles were a horrible team. But I'd say the last 4 weeks of the season, even though we were really bad, Jalen Hurts was a bright spot. So that's why I believe that, and I believe this for a while, that he didn't disqualify himself by his play, but he isn't 100% qualified to be a starter. He's one of those guys who could be a stopgap quarterback. He's one of those guys you're looking at him and he could be something pretty good, but we just don't know. So I understand people being worried about the situation. But here's the crux of what I'm saying. You were so gung-ho about Nick Foles. Now, Nick Foles, one of the biggest knocks on him was, well, besides the statistics, was the fact that he only won 1 game out of 6. And in some of those games, he looked downright poor. He looked like a downright poor man's quarterback. Jalen Hurts, you look at his statistics, way better than Nick Foles. So my question is, statistics aside, because again, statistics can only tell part of the story. Why have you always been so big about Nick Foles? Even when he left, why have you been such a big Nick Foles supporter? But when it comes to Jalen Hurts, he's the worst prospect we've ever had. You don't trust him, but you trusted Nick Foles? You know, I'm not gonna sit here and call you not smart, because I do think that there's a method to your madness, and I do think to a certain extent, you say things that you might not mean. I don't know. I don't really understand you sometimes. This isn't like a call-out video. I'm not calling you an idiot. I definitely don't agree with the things that you have to say, but when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles fan base, even if you think a take is dumb, you can't even discount the dumb takes, because 50% of the time the dumb takes come true. I've had takes that people probably consider to be dumb, but they came true, right? So you can't even discount them, because the dumbest possible outcome could happen in this situation when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles. So I guess my question is, why? Why are you so big on Nick Foles? But when it comes to Jalen Hurts, he's like the worst prospect you've ever seen. And I think at one point you even said that he is the worst quarterback in the NFL. So I don't know. You've been saying that we're going to draft a quarterback in the first round, or in the draft to replace Jalen Hurts. I don't know. I'm looking forward to the outcome. Again, I definitely won't be watching the draft, so whatever happens is going to happen, and it's going to happen without my knowledge. But I'm just kind of not clear about the disconnect there. I don't know if you're going to answer my question. I don't even know if you're going to see this video. But what's going on? Personally, I'm not sure if Jalen Hurts is the real guy, the real thing. But can I sit here and say that he's not going to be anything? No, I can't say that. So my question is, if you were big on Nick Foles, you were this big Nick Foles fan, and he was amazing, but Jalen Hurts, he's, in your words, the worst quarterback in the NFL. So what's the disconnect? I am gladly waiting to figure that out and for you to tell us. Have a nice day. Peace.